Hey guys, it's Trish from Trish's Card Club, live from Orlando. Happy Wednesday night. It is Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. It's been a good week. I had a chance to have dinner last night again with my brother and sister-in-law and one of my nieces, and it just was so good to be around family. If you live around family, I just hope you really appreciate them, because when they're not around, it's hard. It's really hard. So tonight we're going to make some cards, simple cards. And I'm doing this really for one purpose. I have a very dear customer whom I think is just a very special woman, couldn't come to classes this weekend, and she was she did my paper share. And I want her to see this card because it's such a good way to use up Designer Series paper. So I said, hey, do a video. I showed this card over the weekend, but this will reach a few more people, and I'm using different Designer Series paper. And so I hope that it inspires you. So for everyone that's joined me, hello, welcome, especially to my regulars, my little fan club. Just kidding. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be using a bunch of stuff, but you can simplify this just simply using Designer Series paper, a word stamp set, and one punch. That's literally all you need. I did a little bit more, but you do not need to do a little bit more. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Oh, the Designer Series paper. I forgot to get the name of it. Let me have 2 seconds of your time, and I will get the name of it, because it's going to be retiring at the end of this catalog. Let's see, page 42. That's not it. Might be on page 43. Okay, there it is. Sorry, guys. I meant to look that up, and I forgot. We're going to be using... Sorry, just not, I'm a mess. I'm falling apart over here, people. We're going to be using the Designer Series paper that's right here. That's part of the suite that is called Sand and Sea Suite. Oh, it's gorgeous, you guys. We're going to be using this stamp set and punch. A little preview for next month's class. You are not going to want to miss it. It's going to be so beautiful. I'm really excited about it. And we're going to be tonight using some Designer Series paper from that suite. So that's the Designer Series paper that you have in front of you. And everybody that participated in my last paper share got 6 inches by 12 inches paper, and that's what we're going to be using. So I'm going to start with this one. The cards are so quick, I'll make 2 while I'm on camera. So the first thing that you want to do is cut off 8 inches. And I'll tell you why you want to do that first. So you're going to cut off 8 inches. Because this piece right here, this 4-inch piece, you're going to use in a couple of different ways. And when I did this card the first time when I was making my sample, I cut it wrong and I messed up. So I'm just, keep this 4-inch piece, you're going to use it. Then you're going to take this 6-inch piece and you're going to cut it down to 5 1/4. And I would also keep this piece because you could use that piece too. I realized I'm missing something, so I'll keep talking while I go over and get it. One moment, please. You guys, when I think I have everything, I remember I forgot something. All right. So here we've got a piece of paper that's 5 1/4 by 8, and we're going to score it at the 4-point mark. There we go. And if we fold it in half, and we do that, doesn't that make a very pretty card? Easy peasy, right? So while we're at it, we're going to keep all the pieces together, and we're going to very quickly do the second piece in that kit. So just to help you refresh your memory with the numbers, you're going to cut it at 8 inches and you're going to score it at 4. I'm sorry. First, you're going to cut it to 5 1/4. So you'll have that little strip, and then you're going to score it at 4. It wouldn't have mattered if we had scored first, but just to be consistent. All right. So there we go. Now these cards, you may be wondering, where are they going? My very dear friend that lives up in Pensacola area near Destin is always saying, Trish, I need cards. I need cards. Well, how perfect is it going to be that since she lives near the beach, that she's going to have seashell cards? So that's it for the cutter. The next thing I did is I took a sheet of paper and I cut it in 4. So you get 4 in a, 8.5 by 11. You get 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. You get a flat piece of paper. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because, as I share with you, my dear friend that couldn't come to class was mentioning not having card bases to use for her designer series paper, and this is a way that she's going to have card bases. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to just glue one side. As I said, you guys, this is really simple, so keep your expectation levels, appropriate. And then you're going to just lay that on the base like that. Now you have a beautiful card that opens up. Now, doesn't that look like beach sand to you? I love it. I love it. The next thing I did is I took this stamp set, Happy Thoughts, which is from a $1 Million Sales Achiever. This is a great, great versatile set, you guys. If you're going to buy one stamp set that you're going to use with your paper share, this is the stamp set to buy because it's so versatile. It has so many sayings in it. And we're going to be using the Thinking of You, because one of the things that my friend asked for was cards just that she could literally send when she was thinking of people, cheering them up or doing that kind of stuff. So I'm going to use that as my stamp. And I'm going to stamp that on this paper, which is matching or coordinating to the paper that I did the background on. If I can find my ink. Now, another thing, a very good friend of mine who's always helping me, coaching me and helping me get better. Did I do that right? I think I did that wrong. I did that wrong. Never mind that I did that, you guys. Forget that I did that. I just realized I made my card wrong. Okay, forget that I did that. Now let's get this, forget that. Let's just remember this. I was going to say another friend of mine that's always helping me do better and improve is sharing with me that a lot of times I'm out of view of the camera when I'm doing stuff. So you can't see it, but I drew a green line down there where I can see it. So if I'm under that green line, you can't see what I'm doing. And so far tonight, I have stayed above the green line, so we're doing good. Okay, so now we have this 4-inch piece of paper that we cut. First thing that we want to do is we do need our cutter. You want to come back here, and we want to cut 2 inches off. I hope I'm doing this right. I'm having a brain block, you guys. Let me make sure this is going to work before I do that. Okay, before I do that, I'm gonna use my punch because I want to make sure I'm doing this right, and I'm going to punch this out as close to the edge as I can. All right, I got my pier. Okay, we got that. Okay, then I'm hoping I can get 2 1/4 out of this now. So let's see. Let's see if I can get 2 1/4. Just barely, but that's good. That'll be better. Okay, guess what I'm using this for, you guys? The envelope flap. Because that's going to be a really nice tie-in. Isn't that going to look good? And the reason I wanted to go 2 1/4 was so that I could trim it all the way around. So I'll do that. Okay. I'll get my punch again. I feel like I'm all miscombobulated tonight, girls. I do not know what's going on. All right, let's bring that back here. Now we're going to take this piece right here, and we're going to ink up Thinking of You. Ta-da! And on that, I had already cut out another layer. So that on that is going to be with dimensionals. Now, the reason why it works with this one, and it's not going to work with every piece of the 12 by 6 paper, is because you have to do it with a light inside. Although I have a solution if you don't have a light inside. You can always put a white piece of paper on the inside to color on it. So that's going to go right there. Like, that's a little cattywampus. One moment, please. Let me see if I can get that on a little bit straighter. Just because I'm giving this card away, I don't want it to be crooked. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you can understand, girls. Okay, much, much better. All right. So then that is more on with more dimensionals. And we're going to put that right there like that. Okay. Now, here's our envelope. So what do we always do? We glue the envelope right at the edges, not the designer series paper. That way the designer series paper will stay nice and glued. We will line it up to the edge. Put that on there like that. take our scissors, which are somewhere, and oh, you guys, my desk looks like a bomb went off in the middle of it. And then we will go like this and trim that off. I think I'm still on camera. So how was your Wednesday, ladies? Mine was good, kind of busy. I like it that way. It goes by faster. And then I came home and went to Jazzercise and had a great class. And as always, my instructors at Jazzercise are phenomenal. If you ever have an opportunity to take a Jazzercise class, you should do it. Okay, so you think we're done and it looks really good, right? Well, in that stamp set, Friends Are Like Seashells, which is part of that suite, there is a sand dollar. So I went ahead and I stamped it. And it also has a die, so I cut it out. So I thought, ooh, that looks really pretty. So what I decided to do was to take that, just to give a little oomph, and put this on the inside. Doesn't that look pretty? Now, my friend can use this whole space to write. If she wants to write a long letter or she wants to write a quick note, she's all set to go with an I'm thinking of you. So that's the first one with the matching envelope. Now we'll quickly do the second one. We just have to cut the envelope. First, and you can see it's just light blue. First, we're going to punch out the label. So see what I mean, you guys? You don't need a lot of fancy stuff. A label punch, some designer series paper, some cardstock, and you can make a really, really cool card. Very, very simple. The seashell, the sand dollar, I mean, that I made, you guys, that sand dollar, that was just extra. You don't need to do that. And having the extra layer, you don't even need to do that. A simple punch is enough. It is enough. I just had the stuff, so I decided to use them. But you do not need to do that. Let's get above that green line. Get this on here. So does anybody feel like they don't want to use their designer series paper because they love it so much? Yep. Ooh, I think I see Kristen saying, come jazz with us. Yes, Kristen is my Wednesday night instructor, and I love her to death. And she's so good, and she's so funny. And she does a low impact, so good on the knees, good on the hips, but you burn calories, and you just feel good. That's what I love about Jazzercise. You just feel good when you're done. It's really important that we take care of our bodies, you guys. We only got one. We only have one. So, and someone had asked Warren Buffett, what was the most important thing you could do to achieve wealth? And you know what he said? Take care of yourself. Take care of your body, because you just get one. So there. So I'm just giving you that little piece of Warren Buffett advice. Okay, so now we've got this that we've already folded in half. We're going to put glue on the back of it. If I can figure out where did I throw my glue down. I wish you guys were here that you could help me do this sometimes, because sometimes I can't even find my stuff on my desk. And then here's another sheet. That's going to go on top. When I get all done, you guys, I'm going to look and see who came on and said hi, because right now it's really hard for me to see the way my desk is set up. When I was doing it in the dining room, when we were doing all that construction and painting, that was the one thing I loved. I could see everybody. I could see my video. It was really cool. I don't have that option in my office. So, all right. So then here's a little label that we cut out. We're going to stamp Thinking of You. Very pretty. Now, see what I mean? How you guys, that is enough. You don't need to do any more than that. That makes a great card. I just happen to have the extra stuff, so that's why I'm doing it. But a few punches, a little bit of designer series paper, a little cardstock, and you can make some great cards. So I'm going to dimensionalize this one. Oops, I was below that green line, and I noticed that you couldn't see what I was doing. I'm going to put that on here like that. I'm going to take off the other dimensionals here. Slap that baby right there. Thinking of You. And as I said, I have one more sand dollar, so I'm going to do that. Put that on the inside. And again, I still feel like the blue is light enough that you can write on it with the black pen and not have to have a white insert. So there's my second card. So there's one, and here's two. And then my third one was a goof. I cut it wrong. Remember I was saying make sure you cut it down to 8 first? Well, the first thing I did was I cut it down to 5 1/4. So I made it so I don't have any extra designer series paper to put on the envelope, but it's still a very pretty card. I think it's still a very pretty card. And I just did it in white because it was a little bit softer. I originally had done it in the brown, but it looked a lot better in the white. So that was softer. So she's getting 2 with matching envelopes. She can't complain about that. She'll be really happy. She'll be very happy about that. So that, you guys, is the card for the night. Super, super simple. Great way to use up your designer series paper. Again, if you have a designer series paper that has a printed both sides and it's very dark on the inside, all you need to do is just add your inside lining card, and then you can still do the exact same concept. But this is a great way to get more paper, more cards made, sent out in the mail, bless more people. That's what we do. We make it and we mail it, and I want to encourage you to do that. If you have any questions, you know you can reach out to me. The new catalogs will be here and be given out on the used stamp sale, which is the 24th. If you don't have a demonstrator and you want a catalog, just shoot me a message. I would love to get you a catalog. What else can I say? Let me go over here and see who's here. Nancy and Judy and Terry. Be kind. It costs nothing and makes someone's day better. Oh, that's so true, Pat. That's really, really true. And Pat she is a sweet person. You have a very sweet heart, Miss Pat. So thank you for sharing that. That's really, really true. Be kind. It costs nothing to be kind. And be good to people. People need it. We just live in a crazy world. People need it. All right. I don't know who else is out there because I can't see because my computer won't let me, but I'm sure there may be other people out there who've made comments, and I want to say thank you. I want to say thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something tonight. I hope you'll make some cards and mail some cards, and I will see you on Sunday night around 8 o'clock for another video. You guys make it, mail it, have a really good week.